I just have no idea what's going on with the broadcast right now. I thought I've dealt with the issue. I thought I've dealt with the issue of the broadcast cops already, but of course, it's just the internet being the internet again, at least on my end. So yeah, once again, I watched the last broadcast, however low it was. And I've just pretty much got the text up here, right at that point, where the broadcast inexplicably cut off. Hopefully the broadcast does not cut off again. Otherwise, I may have to redo the entire broadcast for today, or maybe even stop. I just really hope it doesn't come to that. Everyone's nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat. Huh. So Dio and K are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different. Right, you're cyan, and I'm magenta. That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So, what are the four we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so two of them are our partners.
That means the other two are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Vi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were. Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other three colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you two do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and faint disinterest and marched out the yellow door. Temio JK quickly followed. In only moments, all three had disappeared. So, what was it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. The garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
Sigma, please don't be digging your hole any deeper, please. So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment, and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom, and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Majorlink's The Bluebird?
Yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tito and Mitto get asked to find the blue birds by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly, if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Majorlink's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Till